Hello, today I have a game for you. I call it GMS, Game, Movie, Song. So we're going to see how many words you know about traveling through airports. I'm going to use an extract of a video game to give you visual clues. Then a part of the dialogue of a movie using the word we're interested in. And then we're going to see the lyrics and hear the song using that word in context. Let's start with something easy so you can see how it works.
Check this out.
Madame, your passport, please.
Oh my God! I was so afraid I wasn't going to remember any of my high school French, but I understood every word you just said.
Your please.
Oh. Oh. Shoot, I had it. Oh, I can't believe this.
Madame, if you can have your
I have it. Oh, I found it. I found it. I told you I would find it in your face. You're a different person.
I hate airplanes. That's a good start. Here we are again, Southwest Gate, flight 308. And damn, it's sinking in, 28 days till I see your face again. We've checked your bags, got your give me one last kiss before you leave, blah blah blah. So, the important thing here is Southwest Gate, flight 308. They are already at the gate because she says here we are again. And the bags are already checked. And this is something that she has, and you use it at the gate. That's a boarding pass. The flight attendants announce the flight at the departure lounge, at the gate, and you show your boarding pass, and now you can board the plane. It's important to understand that the boarding pass is not exactly the same as the ticket, because if you buy the ticket online, especially like weeks or months in advance, meaning before the flight, it's not going to tell you the boarding gate. Can you see here? And it may not tell you the terminal, because that's something they decide days before the flight, or maybe even on the very last day. Notice here, this is a boarding pass. You can see the terminal, the gate, maybe even extra details about the seat, if it's a window seat, middle seat, or aisle seat. The one that is the corridor seat, we call it aisle seat. I always choose window. I want to see when I fly. I want to see out the window when I fly. So you show your boarding pass and your passport to the flight attendant, and you finally board.
Reporting for duty. Off you go, down the slide. Your effort is inspiring. Frankly, I'm a little choked up. I never get over the thrill of a low G.
I'm sorry, sir. You're gonna have to check that.
I got it.
No, I'm sorry. That bag won't fit.
No, I'm not. Hey, I'm not checking my bag. Okay? You suck at checking bags, okay? Because I already did that once and you lost it. And then I had everything screwed up very badly for me, okay?
Well, I can assure you that your bag will be placed safely below deck with the other.
Oh, yeah? How do you know my bag will be safe below with the other? Huh? Are you physically going to take my bag and put it beneath the plane? Are you going to go right now outside with the guys with the earmuffs and go put it in there?
No.
No? Okay.
So check this song. I had to work so hard so I could have some fun. I had to work so hard, almost broke my bag. And now I'm so happy I can start to pack my with sunglasses, swimsuit, credit card. What else will I need? This is all I've got. So this person is happy he's traveling by plane, and in the process of getting ready, he is placing all his stuff, all his personal stuff, sunglasses, swimsuit, credit card, in his suitcase. We call it luggage. Pack my luggage. Other names for luggage is baggage. Basically, they're the same. One important difference is that in English we say, I carry an emotional baggage, but we will never say I carry emotional luggage. Emotional baggage means all your previous relationships and the dramas and problems and the consequences of those relationships on your mental and emotional health. At some point, everybody carries an emotional baggage. And basically, when you travel by plane, you have two types. The one that is smaller, you can carry it with you. Smaller suitcases, smaller bags, handbags, purses. You can carry it with you to the plane. You go through the security checkpoint, they open it up, they scan it, and if everything is alright, no drugs, no guns, no exotic animals, then you or the flight attendant can help you. In English we say stow it, place it in an organized manner in this compartment above your head. Or it can go, if it's small enough, it can go under your seat. So that's carry-on or hand luggage, right? The one that is bigger, it has to be checked in at the check-in counter.
Hey, I'm not checking my bag, okay? You suck at checking bags, okay? Because I already did that once and you lost it.
Check-in counter is the first place where you register your luggage and your documents. So they place the big suitcases on the conveyor belt and it gets transported directly to your plane. As in the song, we also say, pack my luggage. Before the flight, you pack your luggage. At the check-in desk, you check your luggage in, or you check in your luggage. You register it. When you arrive at the new airport, you have to collect your luggage, or we also say claim my luggage. In English, luggage is a word like money. You don't say I have 3 monies, 7 monies. Mom, give me 10 monies. That makes no sense. So we don't say 1 luggage, 2 luggages. We say an item of luggage, or luggage item, or luggage piece. A piece, this is a suitcase. That's a piece of luggage. Okay. And at the check-in, they weigh your luggage. Because if you have extra pounds, extra kilograms, if it's too heavy, you have to throw some things away or pay a fee. That means extra money. If you can't find your luggage, there is a room called left luggage room. If your luggage gets lost, it's probably there. Or if you are in my country, you can forget about your luggage.
Hey, great, hey. Well, I'm gonna drive you guys to the meet, okay? Now, I've talked to the suppliers, and they are very keen to start a business relationship. So, if all goes well, we should be doing very nicely for ourselves, which is, you know, good. Okay, so they're brothers, okay? One operates the business, and the other...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Over speaking. We'll be cruising at 36,000 feet this evening. Our time in Chicago will be 10:45 p.m. Central Time. Temperature there is currently 62 degrees with a 20% chance of precipitation. Meanwhile, relax and enjoy your flight.
From departure to blah blah blah. What does it mean to travel with your suitcase by the handle, holding everything you need? Are you going or are you coming? So the clues here are you going or are you coming? And obviously we're talking about the suitcase and traveling. So another way to say coming is to arrive. From departure to arrival. Arrival is the noun of arrive. And remember that arrive, we use it with at or in. They are arriving at the new airport. If you talk about a place, I've just arrived at the stadium. I've just arrived at school. And if you're talking about the city or country, we say I arrived in New York. I arrived in Canada. At the airport, you're going to see a board or some monitors that display arrivals and departures. You're going to hear that a lot. If you are at the airport waiting for your family member, you should look for the board displaying the information about arrivals. And if you're flying to another city or country, you should focus on the information about departures. These boards are going to tell you the number of the flight, the destination, the departure time, the number of the gate and the terminal, and if it's on time, if it's late or cancelled. Also, they may give you an ETA, estimated time of arrival. So approximate time that your plane is going to land, is going to arrive, touch the ground at the new city.
ETA 57 minutes.
And if you shop on Amazon and you buy some kind of item, it arrives, you plug it in, meaning you connect it, and it doesn't work. We call it dead on arrival, DOA.
You wake up at SeaTac, SFO, LAX. You wake up at O'Hare, Dallas-Fort Worth, BWI, Pacific, Mountain, Central. Lose an hour, gain an hour.
That flight doesn't begin for another 2 hours, sir.
This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. You wake up at Air Harbor International.
Check out this one. Come home, Lily Bird, international business traveler. Come home, Lily Bird. He hails a cab. That means he stops or he catches a taxi, but the driver sucks. He drives so slowly and he talks so much that it hurts Billy Bird's aching brain. It hurts my brain. Yeah, he runs from the cab to the She says no way, but William begs on his knees. Please, please, please. Well, okay. So the key words here are he runs from the cab straight to that place at the airport. What is the first place you see when you enter the airport? And It says she, so usually, not always, but usually that's a woman who assists you. The answer is check-in or check-in desk or check-in counter. The woman who assists you, she's called a check-in agent. So at home you book your flight. That means you make a reservation, you reserve the seat, you book the flight, and you print out the ticket. Here at the check-in counter you show your ticket and your passport for international flights, or your ID card or driving license for domestic flights, meaning from one city to another within the same country.
Dallas Multipass.
She checks all your documentation and she gives you a boarding pass, which is a little bit different from the ticket. Apart from the documents, she's also going to check your luggage, specifically the weight of your luggage. You don't have to open anything here at the check-in, but if you have extra weight, you have extra pounds or kilograms, you will have to pay a fee. That means extra money. Or the check-in agent is going to ask you to throw some things away. If everything is alright, she checks your luggage in. That's how we say it in English. Check the luggage in, check your suitcase in. That means register. You put it on the conveyor belt here. She's standing here, you put it on the conveyor belt and it gets transported to your airplane. Also we say check somebody in, so she checks you in to the flight. And if you don't want to sound repetitive and you don't want to say I've just checked in at the check-in desk, you can say I've just checked in at the ticket desk.
Runs from the cab to the check-in desk. She says no way, but will you?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm Frank Dixon. I'm the director of the Border Protection here at JFK, which means that I help people with their immigration problems. Now, we're looking for an interpreter for you. How are we doing? Do we have an interpreter? But I understand that you speak a little English.
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
This song is called Abroad, which means another country. Let me see your passport. Please take off your glasses. Gotta get through. Taxi, baggage. You know you still love me, blah blah blah. So the clues here are that it's abroad and you get through it with your passport. The answer is customs. So customs is like a security checkpoint, with the difference that they check all your items. This is usually for international flights. If you have anything of value, like some kind of jewelry or something very expensive, you have to declare it and you fill out some customs forms, so documents, some special documents. Also in English, obviously we would say at the customs, but you can say I'm going through customs. You can call your family member at the departure lounge, the next step at the airport, and you can say, hey mom, hey dad, I just cleared the customs, so I'm free to fly. People who work there are called customs officers or customs agents. At the security checkpoint you can call them security guards or TSA agents. TSA meaning Transportation Security Administration. That's in the United States. But if you deal with international flights, that's customs. And notice it's always with an S, so it's always in plural. It's not necessarily at your airport. It can also be if you live in a port city. Everything that gets imported or exported goes through customs. Even if you buy something on Amazon, Amazon pays a fee to the customs and it charges you. It's part of the final price.
Flight 5 non-stop service to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Global Airways announces Flight 502 non-stop service to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Will all passengers who have not done so please check in at the Global Gate 3 in the South Concourse.
Part is here. The tickets are in my pocket. The shuttle is right on time. Everyone meets at the half an hour we leave the ground. So it's a place at the, so it's some kind of place where you meet with others and you've got tickets in your pocket, and half an hour will leave the ground. So in this place you wait for your flight to be announced, and then the plane, you go through the boarding gate and the plane takes off, it leaves. It's called a departure lounge. Other names are departure hall, because you depart, you wait there to depart, or waiting hall. At the departure lounge you can see some cafes and restaurants, so you can buy something to eat before you fly. And there is a gate at the departure lounge, and they announce your flight, and you go through the gate and you start the flying process.
Flight 710 to Cabo San Lucas, now boarding 103, first class only. Flight 710, Cabo San Lucas, now boarding 103, first class only. Welcome aboard.
And I'm moving on from town to town. Moving on, baby, never seem to touch the ground. I check in to the ticket desk, check-in desk. I have an hour to go, heading for the... I'm feeling pretty low. 15 minutes later, I'm sitting on my plane, fastening my safety belt. I'm taking off again, meaning I am leaving on the plane again. We definitely know that it's after the check-in counter, and 15 minutes after being in that place, he's sitting on the plane. It could be a departure lounge, but it's a specific place, usually at the departure lounge. It's the boarding gate. The gate is nothing more than just a door that connects the departure lounge directly to the airplane. We call these hallways, we call them bridges. So it connects the airport directly with the airplane through a bridge. And the gates have numbers or letters and numbers. When the airplane is ready to go, you can see the announcements, gate 25, boarding now, or the flight attendant is going to use the speaker and say, gate blah blah blah, flight blah blah blah, we're boarding now. And this is called a queue, when you wait for your turn. Some airports, some terminals don't have these bridges, so it's like open area, you just walk and maybe use a staircase to get to the airplane, to get on the airplane, because it's very big.
What's up? Carl is sweet. What's up, sweet? What you want? This is Mama. She's dead, bro.
Larry, Victoria. Yes, I'm at the airport. Excuse all the noise. I'm at. Well,
Let's check this one. Leather suitcase like a brick. It kinda makes it hard to get a good grip. I drop your troubles off at the conveyor belt. I hand you a ticket to go get it yourself. At the... You got a lot of luggage in your name. When you hit the ground, check the lost and found, cause it ain't my problem now. Obviously she's singing in metaphors, but still it's easy to understand because it talks about the conveyor belt, and it says at, so it's some kind of place where you hand in your ticket and you get the luggage from the conveyor belt in your name. The answer is the baggage claim, or luggage hall, or luggage claim, or baggage hall, any combination of baggage and luggage and claim hall or reclaim, where you're going to see at the big airports, you're going to see a carousel and the luggage is going to be spinning there, or some smaller airports have a smaller carousel like this, and it won't use this mechanism called the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt, you can see it at the factories, and at your local supermarket you put your products there at the cashier before you pay. This is a conveyor belt.
Do you want an excuse to not go home this Christmas? Then fly Northwest Airlines. At Northwest Airlines, thousands of employees are dedicated to and canceling flights so you won't get home for the holidays.
No way I'm getting you on your connecting flight.
No way we're taking off on time.
Don't worry, I'm taking this flight back to the gate.
Do you think Jeff will make it home this year?
No way, because Jeff flew Northwest.
Thanks, Northwest. I hate my family.
Now I'm sitting at this lonely gate. Airport speaker says the flight. Damn, oh, that means I could have stayed with you a little longer. Oh, I tried to tell myself. I think here's a mistake. Airport speaker says, not speakers. And notice how she sings, I could have stayed with you a little longer if I knew that the flight would be blah 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 at the gate would be delayed. I also think she sings flights delayed. The flight is delayed. So in English we can say the flight delayed, or we can say the flight is delayed. Or you can say there is a delay. And you can also see that at the departure board, some flights are cancelled, some flights are on time, some flights are already in the process of boarding. If it says the gate is closing, it's probably too late for you to catch that plane. And some flights are delayed because of weather conditions or technical issues. And it's not just for the flights. A video game or a movie could be delayed also.